What's up guys, Icebreaker here from the BBTFRG. As you can see, I'm on the dev build, so that means this video is another sneak peek. Today I'm going to be showing you what Season 18 has in store for us, so sit back, relax, grab some popcorn and let's jump into it. Right guys, Season 18 Freeze is due to start on the 28th of December. And it will last through until the 24th of January, so almost a month, or about a month. Before I jump in and show you the tech tree, I'm going to whiz through the deck layouts really quick, just so you can see what we're talking about and stuff, and we'll go back and have a look at the tech tree. So, obviously, this is 2 ER, pretty standard with 1 ramp. And then this is 3 ER, again with the 1 ramp. 4 ER has the 2 ramps. 5 ER has the 2 ramps, 6 has 1 ramp along the right hand side, and then 7 is back to having 2 again. Okay guys, so now you've seen the base layouts, let's jump in and take a look at the tech tree. So straight off the bat you can see it normal tech tree to start off with. Obviously you've got the gunboat as landing crafts. One difference thing is this one, you've got cryos automatically unlocked and rifles are not. So you're kind of forced to spend some keys there to go down for the rifles, or push on and try your luck with just cryos, which probably ain't going to work too well. But above the cryos we've got troop damage, and below it we have mines. To the right of the troop damage we've got our first multi-node. On that one you can have 2 machine guns, 2 mortars or 2 sniper towers. And below that is the machine gun, and below that is our rifleman. And then to the right of the rifleman is the cannons. The first thing you probably notice is the fact there are no flares at 2 ER. So I think the meta for 2 ER is going to be rifles and cryos. But like I said, there's no flares and there are mines. And you've got mortars, sniper towers, machine guns, a lot of splash damage there going on with rifles and cryos, which are pretty squishy. So I think the best plan for 2 ER is just skip it and get out of there as fast as you can, and move on to 3 ER, where things get a little bit better. Straight after the ER then we have boom mines. And then to the right of those, along the top path, we have medkits and then troop health. Coming down to the middle path, we've got heavies, which will probably change the meta to heavies and rifles and maybe a boat of cryos. If it's sort of heavy defenses or clump base, then a boat of cryos will come in handy. To the left, coming back from the heavies, we've got Captain Everspark. And then to the right of the heavies we have our GBE, first GBE node. Underneath the heavies is our first building health node. To the right of the building health we've got flamethrowers and then flares. Finally got flares. So you know what that's going to change. 3 ER straight away into heavy rush. Nobody likes it, nobody enjoys it, but it is what it is. Heavy rush is going to be the meta at 3 ER, at least to start off with. To the right of the GBE is the boom cannon. Continuing along the middle path there to the next multi-node, which is a boom cannon, 2 cannons and 2 snipers. Above that we have the good Dr. Kavan. To the right of the multi-node we have our first proto-troop, which is the Cryo Bombardier. And as you can see, do the upgrades on it so you can see the prices. If you want to know those things for the protos, I'll do those for you. Above that you have rocket launchers, which will probably be quite a smart investment early on this season. I've got a feeling they're going to be good, so might want to take the extra time to go up there before moving on, but you know, that's up to you. Just before the next ER then, 4 ER, we've got Zookas. Okay, straight out of the ER then, we have our first unlock, which is Smoke. And above the Smoke, we have our next GBE node. And above that is our first proto node. Now this one has a Doom Cannon 1, a Sky Shield 1, and an Amplifier 1. To the right of the GBE node in the middle is our second proto troop, and this one is the Cryo Tank. Not sure how people are going to feel about that, but I don't think we'll be seeing too many attacks with those. Could be wrong, you know, been wrong before, been wrong a lot. But yeah, I'm not sure on that one. To the right of the proto node is the barrage. Now, unfortunately, as you've seen from the tech tree, we only have the one building health node down here. So the barrage is definitely going to be a viable tactic from 4ER, especially for early 4ER anyway. So it'd be heavy rush or heavy bombardiers and Barton an ER or two, you know how it goes. So moving on to medics along the bottom path. Obviously everything there above smoke is on a dead end path. They're all four of those are dead end nodes, so that's going to cost you time, tokens and keys later on in the season. So you know, think tactically. After medics then we've got our next GBE node again, and above that we have another multi node for 4 mines, 2 mortars and 2 snipers. To the right of that we have Seekers, which again I think is going to be another meta change. It's going to be Seekers and Barton ERs at 4. Even with the shock launchers in play, I don't think they're going to be enough to stop a good Seeker attack. On the subject of shock launchers, above the Seekers there we've got the shock launchers, and to the left of that we have the rocket chopper. Again, everything above that GBE node there is a dead end path. Those 4 nodes again will cost you time, keys and tokens later on in the season, which either could put you behind or put you ahead, depending on how your season goes. Okay, moving on to 5ER then. Straight out of the ER itself we pick up our RT. Above that is the good Bullet, and above Bullet himself is building damage node, and to the right of that is the Scorcher. The multi node next to Bullet then is another proto node, Shock Blaster 2, Hot Pop 2 and Flotty Cannon 2. And after the RT, if you want to pick it up, is the Heavy Chopper. Again, it's on a dead end node though, it's not linking onto anything, but it's there as an option. And that makes short work of 5ER. Moving on to 6 then. Above 6ER we have another GBE node, and below it we have another troop damage node. And both of those again are on dead end paths, they're just single nodes. Moving on then, after the ER we pick up Critters. Above Critters you can go for Warriors, or you can come down and go for Sergeant Brick. To the right of the Warriors we have Shock Mines, which will probably be the end of the Seeker hits. Below that we have our next proto node, which is a Boom Surprise 2, a Grappler 3 or an Amplifier 2. After Brick we have Grens. Back to the top path, after Shock Mines is another building health node. And then after Grens on the bottom path is another proto node with a Boom Surprise 2, a Flotty 2 or a Grappler 3. Okay, moving on to 7ER then. Straight after the ER itself we have yet another proto node. This one is a Micro 3, a Grappler 3 and a Laser Beam 3. Above that we have building damage, and below the proto node is troop damage. And then to the right of those, taking the middle path takes you to GBE. And above that is a mines node. You can have 8 normal mines, 4 boom mines or 4 shock mines. And down below we've got another proto node as the last one for a Simu 3, a Laser 3 or a Microwave 3. So that's the tech tree, guys. So overall we've got a couple of proto troops. Got the Cryogramps and the Cryo Tank. The boosts are, we get 150% troop damage, we get 50% troop health, we get 100% building health, 100% building damage, and GBE is a whopping 250%. And the chest rewards are as follows. For wooden tier, you're going to get 11 keys and 200,000 tokens. Stone, you're going to get 12 keys and 220,000. Iron gets 13 keys and 240,000. Gold is 14 keys and 270,000. Diamond is where it makes a bit of a jump and goes to 17 keys and 340,000. And then Legendary is another big jump again with 21 keys and 420,000 tokens. So the sooner you get to Diamond this season, the faster you'll progress and the easier you will rank up. So the meta, guys, I think for the meta, I sort of touched on it when we did the tech tree. Early on, it's going to be rifles and cryos, absolute carnage and bloodbath in 2ER. That'll get a little bit better when you unlock heavies at 3. And then once you get the flare, it's going to be heavy rush. And on then, you might see some heavy bombardier hits maybe thrown in. And then once we move on to 4ER, and the Seekers come into play, it's going to be Seekers and Barrage. Going to be Seekering 1 or 2 ERs and then barting out the 3rd or 4th. And then moving on after that, it's going to be probably going to be jumping to maybe all heavy choppers with bullet, or Seekers and Taunt, or maybe even heavy choppers and cryo bombardiers. I don't think we're going to see much from the cryo tank itself. I might be surprised if we see anybody using those. Obviously, they're going to cost you an absolute boatload of GBE to launch. You're only going to get 2 when you could use a boat of cryos for free. Doesn't cost you any GBE, and you get 5 in a boat. So simple maths tells you you're not going to see too many cryo tanks on the warships. But yeah, by season end, it's going to be the usual heavy choppers, Gramps, heavy bombardiers, the usual style of tanks that you see by the end of the season. Maybe some Seeker Kings. People who are really good at Seeker attacks might still be hammering the Seekers. Little building damage and stuff like that. It's going to be an easy season for Seekers. That's it, guys. That is what season 18 looks like. Make sure you smash our creator code in the creator boost box. We really appreciate that. Make sure you smash that like and subscribe too. That really helps us with our content on YouTube and stuff. And it's nice. Show some Christmas love. Smash that like and subscribe, guys. You let us know in the comments what you think about season 18. Do you think it's going to be better than last season? Is it not? Are you looking forward to it? Hey, you let us know in the comments. And yeah, we'll see you next time.